plantation. Oh, plantation. 9 to 5 be the time I was wasting. Man, I feel like I need a vacation. Saving up for my resignation. Why I feel like my manager hating. Ain't the one for no verbal castration. This government ain't giving reparation. We'll go to crime trying to fight the temptation.
Rejoice in tribulations, demonstrate patience in every situation, picking up the pieces to their heart restoration. People broken hearted and in need of salvation. Yeah. We in captivity, we done lost our history. Disconnected from his laws, now there's no integrity. Here's the book and let them see, because they dying in these streets. Walking in darkness and where the carcass is, the eagles be. Walking in darkness and where the carcass around us like vultures. Murder on their mind when they approach us. Let your light shine, watch them scatter like roaches. Babylon falling cause we taking back our culture. Heal our land, Abba now put us back in agriculture. This word burning them up, Romans is a flamethrower. We prophesy destruction, nukes coming, game over. International, continental, ballistic missile. Them bombs dropping like rain, no drizzle. The lake of fire make them sizzle. Showing fruits of the spirit, we don't gather figs of thistles. That's the dog, you know, so just like you were saying.
Hey, my name is Amani Bright Laws. I'm a travel business owner. My business is Always Shine Bright Travel, where we help you discover your next bright destination. I want to talk to you really quickly today about becoming a travel business owner. Listen, if your passion is traveling, if your passion is exploring the world, if your passion is wanting to travel and explore the world, then you should become a travel business owner, okay? I have 2 easy ways to get started. Less than 1 minute, okay? The first way, up here, our website, travelagentworkshop.com. And please use my sponsor ID, Always Shine Bright, okay? The second way is a text code. Text the word workshop to the number 281-767-9711. And again, reference my sponsor ID, Always Shine Bright, okay? Listen. The workshop is free. It's a free 3-day workshop, which gives you all the information on how to get started to become a travel business owner. Okay. Any questions that you have will get answered within that workshop. Okay. So let me meet you on the money making side of travel, where you can turn your passion into your paycheck.
Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Chef D-Nail. Over here, guess who's cooking? Good cooking, good eating, good living. Y'all know how we do it every Sunday about this time, man. We're going to get straight to it. We got the chicken and dumplings, all right? We got the perch fish with the mac and cheese, with the yams, with the 5 cheese toast over here on the Texas side. And, of course, we got the world-famous turkey tips, all right? We also got, on this one, we got the greens with the turkey tails, and we got the spaghetti. You already know what time it is, man. Hit the link, 773-992-4737 is the phone number to place your order every Sunday, all right? And you can hit us up on the Cash App to make payments at Guess Who's Cooking, the number 2, all right? You can hit the www.guesswho'scooking on the World Wide Web. You can catch us on Facebook Marketplace under Guess Who's Cooking, and of course on TikTok, man, at Guess Who's Cooking. Come on down, get your orders.
Give me shame, I give you peace from underneath. Give me mind and being light to reignite. Can you open up the doors to let me in? Can you open up the doors to let me in? You could put the head inside, don't tap my head. As I sing the love inside from out my mouth. Tell me what you need to find, tell me now. Tell me what you need to find.
Living, we ride for Yahweh. Lead the way, Lord Yahweh, shine as we pray for the fall of America.
Look, psychological warfare and propaganda. False flags they broadcast on news cameras. Cancer in the bone, cell phones cause damage. But I put holes in the street like caterpillar jackhammers. I hate a Masonic fake prophet, so I gotta wave the Glock in your face, won't hesitate to pop it. This whole place demonic, that's why the plague bubonic. I've been hot since Pac and Dr. Dre the chronic. Illuminate the dark, my style state of the art. Like a laser that's razor sharper than taser darts. I don't play, I gotta make my mark. I used to shake the knocks, the plug with the iron and spray starch. Shady sharks eat the baby's heart. Drink adrenochrome and thirst for first blood. Sylvester Stallone, Toby, runaway slave in Saucony. I ain't your homie, the clown. I put a ring around your Rosie. Ashes to ashes, they fall down below me. No pocket full of posies, I only chop it with OGs. No Alexanders and Ptolemies. Vance and Trump, I put the pump to Pelosi. COVID disease, noses bleed. Choke you with your rosary beads and put your throne under siege. Take over. Seagull like Steve. In dark territory, I'ma shine cause sun beams. Truthfully, I'm the illest in truth musically. I'm no Julio Foolio, I sound like Schoolie D. That's why they charge me with treason. Look how I do fake Jews, Hebrews up heathens. Conquering demons, bobbing and weaving. The mark of the beast with Psalms and Ephesians. Keep busting till the locking is screeching. Ark of the Covenant, uncovering government secrets. Better believe it, this the Pledge of Allegiance. You paraplegic, I shattered the Phoenix. Like a spinal cord, I'm back in all black. Squeezing the crack semen, need nothing with caffeine in it.
Yeah. Ashia, Micah Allah, Gabar Ash, HOI soldiers. The 2/3 going crazy, mentally bugging. The 1/3 waiting for your Yawasap second coming. The world's going topsy-turvy like the tiddler. Confused that the bitter is sweet, it's bitter. But the hand of the righteous man is gonna get him. That's your Yawasap come to destroy the white man system. You don't know the half or can figure out the math. When your Yawasap blow for the fire from his wrath. All praises due to Yahweh the power. The most high, the father, rock Yasharala. Bring a judgment, manifest biblical prophecy. Murder, death, killing the earth against our enemies. Staying strong, not weak, weary, and feeble. Ride for Yahwasap and my peoples. Staying in the truth, Lord willing, till I'm devoured. Never gonna hide, but ride and die for Yahweh.
Yo, I'd rather die for my God and the Yahwasap. At the times of the wicked, he electrifies. Sanctify all my people that was meant to fly. Petrify all the demons that was meant to fry. Heathen nations in our hoods wanna gentrify. Perpetual hatred, Lord, let me clarify. And seeking you 35, man, I verify. Lord, sheep under Howard, then we edify. Liquefy, identify, maybe specify, intensify. All the other nations that he terrifies. The Bible scriptures kill you bugs like insecticide. Killing off the Hebrew children like it's pesticide. You other nations think you're good cause you stepped aside. Chariots and earthquakes come to rectify. Killing all I do with your Lord genocide. And God answer your power when I testify.
Second Esdras 15 and 11. All the innocent blood cries. The Lord heard the blood. Now it's time. Can't hear y'all.
Khan.
Con.
All praise to the Most High. I probably had the phone on mute. Salaki, everybody. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Ka'Allah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Most High. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We come tonight with part 2 to the lesson that we so we're gonna follow up and finish up on the lesson. We got a few new videos. So we're gonna jump right into it. You know, shalom to all the brothers, shalom to all the sisters, peace and blessings to the nation of Israel. Everybody that's watching, we hope you're edified tonight. I'm your brother Yawasap, and we're gonna get right back into the lesson, see how it's going. So we're gonna start off with some videos. Par, if you could pull up the video, pull up the link to the videos, and then I'll show you where to scroll down at on the playlist. So all praises to the Most High, the Waterfire Mighty Reader we got on deck. Who's that, brother Kadar?
Con.
All praise to the Most High. Shalom, brother Kadar. And we're going to jump right into it, man. It's a lot of things going on right now. So, you know, we're going to touch on some conspiracy theories. We're going to play some videos on it. You know, but we're going to touch on a lot of different subjects tonight, as many as we could squeeze into this 2-hour time slot that we got. But it's you know, the thing about conspiracy theories, man, is in a way, that's the way a lot of us came into the truth, because we was online searching out these dang on conspiracy. So a lot of us actually came into the truth because of conspiracy theories. And then what we ended up finding out, as we left off on the last class, is that the biggest conspiracy in the whole wide world was the theft of our heritage, the theft of the laws, statutes, and commandments, and being given over to the synagogue of Satan, those imposters over there that claim to be Jews and they are not. Right? All of our enemies, as we was reading in Psalms 83, you got the synagogue of Satan, you got Esau, you got Ishmael, you got the Hamites, you know what I'm saying, the Moabites, and all of them conspired against us. All of them came and set up crafty counsel against us. So the biggest conspiracy ever known to men is that the heritage that the Most High gave to us, our heritage, these laws, statutes, and commandments that we are Israel, was taken away from us and given over to these other nations, right? That they painted over the faces of the judges thereof, as it reads in Job, as it says in Maccabees, that the heathen sought to paint over the images. And we deal with that still to this day, where you got images of white Jesus on 9 out of every 10 churches in your neighborhood. The Catholic Church got statues and little cards that they hand out and all kind of propaganda that they put out to try and show the world and tell the world a lie. That's the biggest conspiracy theorist that's out there. The biggest conspiracy theory that's out there. So when we come to find out that we're not actually conspiracy theorists, we was actually looking for the truth. And all praise to the Most High, he helped us to find the truth. Because when you sit back and you look at it and you say, dang, man, they went as far as taking Yahweh Shai, they call it iconoclasm. They went as far as taking Yahweh Shai's image and painting Caesar Borgia and painting the head of Christ. Meanwhile, what it says in Revelation, they act like it don't exist. And when we bring it up, they call us the racist. They call us the bigots. They call us the conspiracy theorists. They tell us it don't matter that Yahweh Shai is from the tribe of Judah and is a so-called black man with melanated skin. When that's what it says in the book. And all we're doing is reading out of the book. They call us conspiracy theorists when we go out and we speak prophecies. When we speak Jeremiah, the prophets of prophecies that the Most High gave to Jeremiah, the prophecies the Most High gave to Isaiah, gave to Obadiah, gave to Malachi, the mighty prophets of old. When we come out and we bring out these prophecies, they look at us like we crazy. They tell us we don't know what we're talking about. When we read out of the Apocrypha, like you see on the shirt, when we read out of the Apocrypha, and we try to bring out the hidden knowledge that's in the Apocrypha that's been taken out of the standard Bible that they use nowadays, and all the different translations that's used nowadays. They look at us and say, yo, y'all Hebrew Israelites is nuts. Y'all Hebrew Israelites, all y'all do is scream and yell on the corner. But guess what? We're going to get into some videos tonight that's going to showcase that we not the ones that's bugging out. We not the ones that's stuck in a rabbit hole. And if we able to get to rabbit holes tonight, don't get stuck in a rabbit hole, right? Because going down some of those rabbit holes and in some of those conspiracy theories, again, is how some of us got brought into the truth. But now that you're in the truth, don't go get stuck in a rabbit hole. And rabbit holes could be as simple as going onto Instagram and looking at every chick that got their body hanging out. You in the rabbit hole of lust. You lusting after all these women, and you get stuck in the damn rabbit hole because all you want to look at is a pair of breasts and some girl's butt that got their butt sticking out. You get trapped in the rabbit hole of what rap beef is going on lately for this week. Who's beefing with who? You listening to Drake's whole new album. He got 3 albums out, and all you want to do is listen to every single song on the Drake album where he's calling out Jay-Z, he's calling out Rick Ross. So all you do is you stuck in the rap beef rabbit hole, right? Don't get stuck in the rabbit hole of binge watching 4 seasons of your favorite show. Daredevil just came out, so you binge watch all the Daredevils and all the dang on Marvel shows, and you ain't picked up your scriptures yet to study. How many chapters did you read through the week? You get stuck on Clubhouse, in the Clubhouse rabbit hole. You in every single room on the Clubhouse room, but did you take a moment to actually study the scriptures? Did you take a moment to actually pray? Did you take a moment to meditate? You take a moment to send somebody a scripture, to teach your children a scripture? No, you stuck in a rabbit hole. So rabbit holes go as far as something crazy going on in the world to something just regular. And you just stuck in, you just stuck, and you keep digging and digging and digging yourself in a hole, and the ditch just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So we got to watch ourselves to not get stuck in those rabbit holes. And we got to watch ourselves to not go so far off the deep end with these conspiracy theories, and understand that all of those conspiracy theories that are out there are meant to try and hurt us, are meant to try and take away from who we are and from what the Most High gave to us. Right? Salaki, I'm trying to set my incense up so it don't burn me.
Okay.
All praise. So, right? So we just got to realize these things are going on, man. Conspiracy theories are not all bad, right? When you understand where the root of that conspiracy is coming from, the eugenics and so on and so forth, with the GMOs that they put in the food, all the different things that we've brought out when we go out to the highways and the hedges, when we do our lessons online, all these different things that's being brought out about how the food is poison, right? It's in the scriptures. You're going to eat defiled bread is what the scriptures say, right? So we go out and we tell the people while we out there, look, you eating defiled bread. You got to go to your enemy and want of all things, and hunger and thirst and nakedness. We bringing it from the law. We bringing it out from the prophets, right? We go into the gospels. We bring it all out, and they look at us and they're like, yo, y'all dudes is nuts. Y'all dudes is crazy. And they talk about us like we was watching in a few of the videos. They talk about us. Comedians talk about us, everything, right? And that's what we got to deal with when we go out and we teach. That's what we got to deal with when we go out and we're wearing our fringes, right? And we have our border of blue on our shirt or on our garment. And people look at us about how we dress crazy, how we talk crazy. That's because all of these crazy conspiracy theories, they all meant to hurt us. They meant to bring us down. They meant to try and destroy us as a people and destroy us as a nation, right? So you could bring out Deuteronomy 33 and 4. We're going to get into it. Started off with a couple quick scriptures, right? Because they stole our heritage. They stole our land. They take away our rights. And all of these different things, when we bring them out of the scriptures and we say, look, it's a conspiracy against us. We're not the conspiracy theorists. We're out here teaching the truth. We get ridiculed. We get mocked. We get shamed. Right? But we're not ashamed of the gospel. We're not ashamed of the truth. We're not ashamed to represent Yawasap as it represents him in Revelation and say how he truly looked. Because he's the express image of the Most High. So we're not afraid to go into the book of Daniel, afraid to go into the book of Revelation and say, this is how Yahushua looked, and this is how his father looked. We don't have to hide behind white Jesus. And we're going to destroy those images of white Jesus by bringing out the truth and chopping it down and breaking it down one by one to its simplest form. Right? Bring that out when you got it, King.
Con, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
Read on.
Good. You like it. 1 sec, it fell off on me.
Oh, good. So it's on the screen also if you want to look at it. I think that's verse 1. We're going to go to verse 2. Moses commanded us a law. That is our heritage. The heritage is the law that we were commanded by Moses, given to him from the Most High Yahushua.
Good.
Right?
I got you. Verse 5. And he was a king in Jerusalem when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together.
Right. So a reason I bring up this verse is because you got, sometimes Israelites say the darndest things, man. And you got people out there right now trying to promote and say that Moses went off and Moses wasn't in the truth. It might have been a teaching moment. It might have been, a slip of the tongue, but Moses didn't go off. For everybody out there that's hearing that type of stuff, Moses didn't go off, man. Okay. Moses disobeyed what the Most High told him to do. Right. And so he wasn't able to go into the promised land, but Moses stayed in the truth. Moses was in the truth, man. That's the Most High's anointed right there. We got to start having a mindset of King David, right? Touch not the Most High's anointed. We got to have the mindset of King David when King Saul was trying to go at him, and King David wasn't, he fled rather than speak against King Saul. So Moses was a king when he was in Jerusalem. So we not, who are we to sit back and talk against Moses, right? Who are we to sit back and talk against John the Baptist, right? So those are some of the theories. Those are some of the darndest things that Israelites will say, and people will latch onto it and people will buy it. That's why they sometimes call us nuts and crazy, because we say crazy things sometimes. I fall victim to it. You know what I'm saying? You're in the heat of the moment. You passionate. You got a zeal, and next thing you know, you over here saying something as crazy as Moses fell out of the truth. John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. You know more than Paul did, right? So we got to watch ourselves, and we got to walk that fine line of being able to cry aloud and spare not, show Israel their transgressions, and walk that fine line of not falling into the category where we saying things to say things, right? That all the heathens could be saved. Heathens are going to be ruling over us in the kingdom. The Lashawan Kadash is a false language. All kind of wild stuff is coming out right now. All kind of different doctrines coming out right now. So, hold tight to your first love. Hold tight to that which you have known. Don't get sidetracked by all of the hoopla. Don't get sidetracked by all the hype, right? Don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? And when you get to a point where you do have a lot of knowledge, check yourself. Like we said in the last guys, like Ice Cube said, check yourself before you wreck yourself, man. If last I checked, Moses came down and was came down and visited Yahushua when the disciples were sleeping. So how Moses fell out coming out of heaven with a transfigured, glorified, his spirit glorified. He came back down and he's sitting with Yahushua and supping with Yahushua. But yeah, you gonna say Moses fell out the truth? Nah, man. Come on, we just gotta stay on point, right? No need to go into things that again is gonna get us into a deep rabbit hole. Now you're online searching 50 different lessons of whether Moses fell out the truth, and if John the Baptist was out the truth, and if Paul is if you got more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on the Lord than Paul, you going off. You wondering about the 4 horsemen. You trying to break down the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and you can't even break down the three feast days coming up on the feast of first fruits, Pentecost. You can't even break down Pentecost or the Feast of First Fruits. You don't know how many days it is from Passover to the Feast of First Fruits, but yet you trying to break down the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or you watching these videos where people breaking it down, and you end up getting confused. Stick to the basics if that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Be able to explain, understand the law before you try to jump in off the deep end and you don't even know how to swim yet. You don't even got a life preserver. You know what I mean? Get Sirach 17 and verses 10 through 14. Sirach 17 verses 10 through 14. We're going to get two more, then we're going to jump into the videos. But these are some of the things that, again, end up making us look crazy. We say certain that we just talking, you talking out your ass, so to say. Salaka, if you got children watching, you just talking out your ass, and you going into a direction that's not leading us as a nation in the direction that the Most High wants us. You are actually causing division by bringing out all these, some people are saying damnable heresies. Some people are saying false doctrines. You causing more division than you are uniting people. And of course, it's Yahawashai who's going to unite all 12 tribes. But you offending the little ones. You confusing the little ones. And the Most High, Yahweh, is not the author of confusion. So instead of sticking to scriptures and sticking to the script, you all off the script, ad-libbing, and now people's confused. Right? Because you done took them down your rabbit hole, and they wasn't ready to go down your rabbit hole yet. Right? Go ahead, bring that out when you got it, King.
Khan, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name.
And the elect shall praise his holy name. You're not going to be able to fool the elect. So if we are of the elect, we won't be able to be fooled, right? We won't be able to be deceived. It says if it's possible to deceive the elect. So that means it's actually not possible to deceive the elect. So that's how you know when you're sticking to the scriptures, when you're sticking to what's been taught, and as the truth continues to help you to grow, to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, helps you continue to grow in the fruits of the Holy Spirit. You continue to love the Most High, love your brother. You're not going to fall off and fall into these false doctrines. You're not going to fall into these conspiracies. And you're not going to fall off and fall into a rabbit hole in which you can't climb out of. Because now you done fell so deep in the rabbit hole, you bugging out. You're not coming to camp. You're not going to feast days. And you bugging out. And you about a step or two away from the Most High giving you over to a reprobate mind. That's why the scriptures say it's impossible to deceive the elect. And the elect is going to praise the Most High. You're going to spend more of your time trying to listen to classes, trying do your best to go out to camp, do your best to get to the feast days. You're going to spend more of your time praising and glorifying and honoring the Most High than you are going to be doing things that people do, such as getting caught up in conspiracy theories and rabbit holes. You done found every rabbit hole you could find on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. You caught up in 5-6 different rabbit holes, and you building your own damn tunnel system. And not once did you take time to give the Most High praise, glory, and honor. And you wonder why that's why it says that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, because your mind is not focused on praising and glorifying and honoring Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Your mind is focused on the rabbit hole. Your mind is focused on the conspiracy theory. So that's why we say you're going off. And then you don't want nobody to tell you that you're going off. Nobody could tell you nothing. Because you're just going to jump down another rabbit hole or find another conspiracy theory. You're going to have itching ears and go to whoever tells you or makes you feel like you're right. Why do you think so many people are running to the doctrine of everybody could be saved? Because they was waiting for that type of doctrine to come out. And they was waiting for prominent men in Israel to come out and bring that doctrine out. But the Most High has set up stumbling blocks. So now you got people stumbling over a doctrine that they can't even break down themselves. Right? Bring up the next verse. We're going to go to verse 14.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
What did the Most High give us as a heritage?
The law of life for an heritage.
Most High gave us knowledge, wisdom, understanding. He gave us the law of life as a heritage. So that's what we have to understand. That's what we have to realize, is that this heritage, the law of life that the Most High gave us, so many people love darkness rather than the light. They rather stay in the midst of darkness, down that dark tunnel, that rabbit hole. They rather stay inside those deep in those conspiracy theories, instead of getting, like the class says, general knowledge, instead of getting just general knowledge, instead of getting wisdom and getting an understanding, having the Holy Spirit, having discipline. No, they don't want that. But the Most High gave us the law of life as a heritage. This is our heritage which has been stolen. That's the biggest conspiracy and the biggest rabbit hole ever. Right? Read on.
Verse 12. He made an everlasting covenant with them.
He made an everlasting covenant with them. It doesn't say he made an everlasting covenant with the whole wide world, with every single person. That's John 3:16 doctrine. He didn't make a covenant with every nation in the world. He made a covenant with Israel. He made a covenant with Isaac. He made a covenant with Jacob. So when you hear these people coming with these tall tales and these fables, it's because they going off. They're doing what King Saul did. They're trying to appease the people more than they're trying to please the Most High. Read on.
And showed them his judgments.
He showed us his judgments. He gave us his law as a heritage, the law of life, and he showed us his judgments. He said, okay, this is what's going to happen when you violate my law. And this is what you are to bring to the rest of the world. You're supposed to be an example for the rest of the world, and then you're supposed to bring this to the rest of the world. And that's what's going to happen when the kingdom comes. Yahawashi is going to write these laws on the tablet of our heart by Shema Mashiach Yahawashi. And then we're going to bring these laws out to the rest of the world. And if they violate those laws, if they choose not to serve Yahawashi, we're going to bring them before Yahawashi's feet and slay them. All that other stuff is hogwash. Read on.
Verse 13. Their eyes saw the majesty of his glory, and their ears heard his glorious voice.
That's why you always see in the scriptures, it says, those with an eye, let them see, and those with an ear, let them hear. We saw and we heard the glory of his majesty and his glorious voice. Right? And that's what the Most High is doing nowadays. When you hear the scriptures, and when the Most High opens your eyes to see what's happening in the scriptures, actually happening in real time. That's why it says the word of the Lord is alive, sharper than a double-edged sword, because now your eyes are open and you're no longer asleep. That's why it says it's about high time that our people wake up. So as we are waking up, it's because the Most High is helping us to see, to give him glory. It's helping the Most High is opening our ears that we would hear and be able to give him glory through our actions, not just love him with our lips, through our words. Right? Drop that. Get Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 12, Baba Kashaw.
You said Isaiah chapter 8 and 12?
Time. Right? So these are the things that we have to understand as to why there's been a conspiracy against us and against our people, because it's the Most High who made a covenant with us, gave us his law of life, right? It's the Most High who allowed us to see his glory and to see his majesty and his glory and to hear his glorious voice, right? Bring that out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8, Verse 12. Say ye not a confederacy to all them, to whom his people shall say, a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid.
Right. And that word confederacy also can mean a conspiracy. Right. So not only did they call themselves the Confederates, the slave masters who wanted to continue on in slavery here in America and continue on putting the whip to our people's back, continuing feeding us to alligators, continuing to skin us alive and take our skin and then use it for belts and for shoes, take our teeth out our mouth and use it as their own teeth, to rape our women, right? To send our men to breed in factories so that they can breed more slaves for them. To come and tell us that they would end slavery and give us 40 acres and a mule, never to give us those reparations ever. We can see not one reparation. Meanwhile, a so-called Jewish man, he gets reparations for World War II, right? And what happened to them in the concentration camps? They're talking about giving reparations to the January 6th insurrectionists.
God.
Right? But we don't get nothing. That's why the Most High said, don't fear those Confederate. Don't fear those conspiracies against you. Don't fear those the Confederate army that is still to this day. You drive down south, you still see Confederate flags all over. When they was having that January 6th riot at the building, the Congress building, over on Capitol Hill, it was nothing but Confederate flags out there, right? So we got to not fear those that are Confederate against us. We got to not fear these conspiracies and these crafty counsels that have come up against us. Read on. We're going to go to about verse 14.
Verse 13. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear.
Right.
And let him.
Read on.
And let him be your dread.
Right. Sanctify the Most High. Understand that the Most High is holy. He's separate from everything else. That's what you got to fear. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, fear the Most High. It's the full duty of man. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's who we should fear. We should fear the Most High more than death. Like you seen our sister in the book of the Maccabees and her 7 sons. They feared the Most High more than they feared death, more than they feared the kings of the earth. Antiochus Epiphanes and the other generals that separated and formed their own kingdoms, right? That's the mentality that we have to have, especially nowadays, man. Right now, if you don't fear the Most High because of some doctrinal difference, if you don't fear the Most High because somebody said something that you didn't want to hear, you don't fear the Most High and what he says in his word, the Most High is going to come out. You, man. And he's not going to let up his judgment. He showed us what his judgments are for when we don't fear him and we disobey his commandments, for when we don't fear him and we disobey his word. Read on.
Verse 14. And he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for again, and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Right. A stumbling block and a snare is what the Most High will be if you don't fear him. If you don't fear the Most High, he's going to put you in the path of a stumbling block and you're going to fall. Remember, it says a righteous man falls 7 times. So this don't mean that you're not righteous. It don't mean that the Most High wouldn't forgive you for falling. But again, you got to understand, you could be that close to the Most High, giving you over to your own lust, giving you over to a reprobate mind. That's how much you fear the Most High. Unless he's going to have you stumble, you're going to fall. You don't fear the Most High. You're not following his word. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not reading. You're not staying on fire for this thing. You're getting burnt out. You bugging out. Now you down the rabbit hole. Now you out there teaching conspiracy theories. Now you out there teaching what the Catholic and the Christian church taught. You just calling yourself an Israelite. You fighting against the camps. You fighting against the elders that came before you. You fighting against your brothers that's here and now. And all you want to do is debate every single topic that you can so you could be the biggest, baddest teacher known in Israel. You're not fearing the Most High, man. You're not on fire for this thing. That zeal and that passion is almost being given up to your own lust and to your own reprobate mind that the Most High will give you over to. You could drop that and get Ezekiel 22 and 25, and then we're going to go into the videos, and we'll pause so you can line up the videos after we get this. Ezekiel 22 and 25, Bob Kashaw.
Okay.
Bring it out when you got it, bro.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 25. Done. There is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof, like a roaring lion, raving the prey. They have devoured souls. They have taken the treasure and precious things. They have made her many widows in the midst thereof.
Right. You got a lot of people out there now claiming that they the prophets, claiming that they got the newest, best breakdown, claiming that nobody can stand up against their breakdown because they out there roaring like lions. They're not humble. They're not bringing themselves back to the fear of the Most High. And that's part of the conspiracy. That's part of the conspiracy that Ezekiel dealt with. People was out there prophesying, and they was prophesying falsely. And all the people would rather believe the false prophets because that was what was popular, right? Because that was what the Babylonian Empire would put up with. They would put up with just enough so that our people didn't rebel. They will put up with just enough so that our people will fall in line and worship the Babylonian gods. So all these people that you see coming up with these theories, coming up with these new doctrines, is conspiracies. That's what the scripture just said. These are conspiracies that these prophets are coming up with. And the people are following behind them, and the people are believing them. That's why it's so important for us to stick to the script. That's why it's so important for us brothers to study your scriptures. That's why it's so important for us to watch videos that are going to be beneficial and edify us, not just try and put us on the round robin and put us on the carousel and we going around in circles and around in circles, coming to a destination, trying to take us off of what we've been taught and what we know is the truth. So we got to understand that these conspiracies that are coming out, they're coming out because the Most High set up these stumbling blocks. They're coming out because the Most High set up snares. He set up traps for people. And there's a lot of people falling into these conspiracy theories and these rabbit holes. That's what a rabbit hole is. It's a trap. You dig yourself a rabbit hole and you trapped in there and you can't get out. So we got to stay away and watch these conspiracies. Right? Go ahead and bring up the second video, King. Or bring up the video list. And we could check it out real quick. We're going to jump into some videos. We're probably just going to play a good majority of the videos because a lot of them are shorts. Right. So this video here. So we're going to start from like the first video. And then you could go down before you play it. Before you play it, you could bring up second. You don't have to put the scripture on the screen. But Kadar, when you got it, you could bring out 2 Corinthians 6 and 19. Right? And this is one of the conspiracy theories that's out there, that all black men love the white woman. You know what I'm saying? They actually literally got videos right now out of white women setting up a conspiracy, conspiring against the black man and how to get the black basketball players and NFL players and the entertainers, the rappers and the the actors, the rich black men of the world. They got white women who are coming together and setting up crafty counsel in how to get our men away from our sisters, away from the northern tribe, southern tribe sisters, right? You got 12 different tribes, 12 different types of women to choose from, all different beautiful women over all the earth, but they want us to choose a white woman. And that's what's that's a big conspiracy right there. That's against white women is now forming a confederacy against the black man and teaching young white women how to nab the black man who's rich, the black man who's wealthy, right? And it's funny, you know. So it's a few funny videos that we're gonna watch, but bring that out real quick. 2 Corinthians 6 and 19, I believe.
Lie. No 19.
17.
Good. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord.
God, come out from amongst these white women and be ye separate, man. We got to get to our NBA players and our NFL players, Patrick Mahomes and who's this on the screen? What's it from the Indiana Pacers? Even Jalen Brunson from my New York Knicks, man, got himself a white woman, man. We got to tell him, come up out of here, come up off these white women, man. Right? Read on.
And touch not the unclean thing.
Touch not the unclean thing. These white women is unclean, man. Right? And there's certain camps out there. The same camp that tells you that all white people could be saved, that is the same camp that tells you can go ahead and get with a white woman, man. It's the same camp. It's the same people. The people that's telling, and you don't need a white woman, man. Right? All these people always talk bad about our sisters. We're gonna watch one of the actual football players, former NFL champion Ryan Clark. He has a short talking about how, you know, when you listen to the people that will tell you it's okay to get with a white woman, those are going to be the people that actually are degrading our women and downgrading our women. They will downgrade the black woman, the Spanish woman, the Native American woman. They will downgrade them to upgrade our enemy, to upgrade the white woman. They'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with getting with a white woman. I'm going to get me a white woman in the kingdom. You're going to have all these beautiful sisters, man. You think when Isaiah 4 wanted to talk about you getting with all these other nations? No, it's not talking like that, man. That's how, right? That's a verse for our sisters. That's a verse for our brothers to stay within your tribes, man. It's nuts. Go ahead and play the video, King. You could just play like, and I'll tell you when to stop playing. Play this one, the next one right under it, and we're gonna go down. It got no sound on it. Yeah, the whole video, it didn't play no sound on it. Still can't hear it, King. While we're waiting for him to get the video right, you can bring out Numbers 36 and 8. All the sound is your sound is off now too, King.
Like that was on me right there.
It's all good.
The book of Numbers, chapter 36, verse 8. And every daughter that possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto only one of the family of the tribe of her father.
Khan, Salakia. So this is a law that dictates that when our women have an inheritance, let's say she was somebody's only child, or a brother had all or majority of or all females, he didn't have any sons, right? Then the sister belonging to the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Simeon, the tribe of Benjamin, that sister is going to have an inheritance from her father. Most likely the inheritance is going to be dealing with land, right? But it also can be money, it could be sheep, it could be herds, you know, it could be a wealth of things, because we were wealthy in that way, where we had a lot of land, we had a lot of goods, and also had money. Yeah, you know, gold and silver as well. So this law is specifically just telling our people that if a sister is not does not have any brothers, doesn't and a father and mother, they didn't have any sons, that the inheritance goes to the sister, and that sister is to marry within her same tribe, so that her inheritance that's coming from her father and her mother does not go to another tribe, right? So that's we want to make sure we understand that. That doesn't just mean that you, because I brought that out because we were talking about that the last camp we was at. That doesn't mean that a brother can only marry a sister. If I'm from Judah, or if I'm from Gad, I can only marry a Gadite, or I can only marry a Reuben. No, that law is for sisters who don't have any brothers, who receive an inheritance from their father. They are only to be able to marry within their same tribe, so that the inheritance stays and that land predominantly stays within that tribe. Khan, all praises. Let's see if the video plays real quick. You can line up 1 Kings 11, 4, and 7, Baba Kishore. And go ahead, play the video, King. See if it works.
Big honor. It's 4 in the morning. I just got back from the club. So I got to make sure I show love to my guy. Congratulations, brother. Keep going.
That nigga love him some white girls, boy. That nigga love him some white girls. They had that video of him at the Olympic game where he hopped out the car with those 6 white girls. Like, bro, live your best life, bro. If you got a preference, bro, be a preference. Do your preference. Do your preference, bro. If you can afford it. Dude, they looked happy. They didn't look the bitches didn't look under duress.
Bring that out. 1 Kings 11, starting at verse 4. So you see what happened. Basketball player last
Would you do poly? Would you consider that? So polyamory is when it's oftentimes one man with several women, and where you are.
You could bring it back to the beginning so we can watch it from the beginning. So that's a basketball player. You seen that man? He said he came home from the club. He had 3, 4 white girls. One white girl's putting up the rabbit ears behind his dang on head, trying to diss him. He don't even realize that he's so drunk. Next thing you know, the commentators on that particular podcast said that man must love him some white women. He at the Olympics, he came out the bus with 6 white chicks. You know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, let the dude go on his preference. But what does the scripture say? The scripture say, come up out of her, my people. Right? These white women will turn you away from your God. Because I have children, 2 children, right? With a white woman, with so-called white woman. And she did not want me to be in the truth. Still talks down and bad about the truth. About how I celebrate these weird holidays and all kind of stuff like that, trying to trap my children's mind as I try to teach them, as I learn that I'm an Israelite, and as I learn how to celebrate the feast days and give them as much truth of the laws, statutes, and commandments and faith in Yahweh as the Most High gives me the power to do as their father, right? So I understand that, because I was victim at one point to the white woman's clothes, to my own lust after a white woman. But then I learned what the truth says. I learned that that's not what the Most High wanted from me. That's not what the Most High required of me. That the Most High didn't want me going and dipping and dabbing into these other nations. Not a lot of us will admit that, but a lot of us as men, we had fetishes for white women, for Chinese women, for whatever. But the Most High don't want that from us, right? And this is the reason why he don't want it. Bring that out real quick. 1 Kings 11, starting at verse 4, Baba Kishore.
Khan, the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 4. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. Turned away his heart after other gods.
So what would these Edomite women do to our hearts?
Turn away his heart after other gods.
What would these Moabite women do to our hearts?
Turn away his heart after other gods.
What would these Elamite women do?
Turn away his heart after other gods.
Yeah, you're going to be out there worshiping white Jesus Christ again. You're going to be in the Catholic Church going to Ash Wednesday. You're going to be going to Sunday service, watching Joel Osteen, right? You're going to be turning yourself into a Buddhist. Next thing you know, you don't watch one too many Shaolin Kung Fu movies, and now you out there worshiping Buddha, trying to go get yourself a happy ending with a Moabite woman. Or you're going to be out there practicing yoga. You're trying to find a different kundalini. Going into each of your chakras. Doing downward dogs like damn Russell Simmons. Right? That's what women will do. You're going to be led into other religions. You're going to be led into other doctrines. So you got to watch out. Got to be steadfast. Because that's what's happening to our men. Right? Go ahead and play the Shaq video, King. And you can line up Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Baba Kishore.
Would you do poly? Would you consider that? So polyamory is when it's oftentimes one man with several women, and where you are all building an empire together.
You all live together?
Yeah, you can, or you don't have to, but you absolutely
can.
That's
nice.
That's nice. Would you want all the women to live together, or separate houses?
I wouldn't be able to do that.
You wouldn't be allowed.
Right, so that you got Shaq talking about. Shaq got 4 white chicks. That's the opposite of like Neo. Neo, I think, got 3 wives, and all his wives are sisters. Shaq, which actually Neo is popularizing.
Retired NBA star Paul Pierce.
Press pause. Yeah, Shaq is Neo and Shaq are both popularizing it within the entertainment world. Brothers. Doesn't matter what, our brothers, and then as well as other men having more than one woman. Like you got that show, what's it called on either HBO or one of them shows with the white man who got a whole bunch of different wives, Big Love or something like that, I think it's called. But you see Shaq over here. Shaq got 4 white women, and Shaq, he's not afraid to show it. But those white women is gonna lead him astray. They're going to take him away from the truth. They're going to tell him that this truth is not something he should be following. Right? Go ahead and play the video, King. You can hit play on the video when you ready. There you go. All
Retired NBA star Paul Pierce, and is finally answering the question, and that's why some NBA players prefer to date white women over black women.
Why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women?
That maybe they appreciate maybe more, and they apologize more.
I believe it. They apologize to the white judge for messing with this dumb black Negro and taking all his money. I'm sorry, Judge, but I had to take his money. I think black men just date white women because they sad, sorry, and they just kind of got shortcomings.
They may be grateful to have a black man or a basketball player or a celebrity.
Who, the white woman?
The white woman.
Oh, she's definitely grateful.
They probably do say they sorry, because when you say I'm gonna leave your ass, they be like, I'm sorry, please don't leave me.
Don't leave me yet, Leroy. We got the money yet.
And that's what happened to Shannon Sharp. And then Sharp started messing with that white chick. That white chick took over $10 million from. I think it was in the 50s or something like that. But that white girl took millions. He lost his job for messing with a white woman. So we got to be circumspect in these last days. Go ahead, let the next one play. We're just gonna try and fly through them. Right? Go ahead and bring that out real quick. Deuteronomy 7:3 while we waiting for the video to play.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons.
Right. Don't give your daughters over to this white man. Don't give your sons over to these white women. Train them up and be an example for them so that when they grow up, they say, a sister will say, I want somebody that's like my dad, like my uncle, like my brothers. I want a brother will say, look, I want somebody like my mother, my aunt, my grandmother. Love them the right way. Love you. That also goes into us loving our children the right way and being that example for them so that when they get into the age range and the time when they look in the court, when they looking to build a relationship with somebody and eventually get married, that they have the right examples set before them. Right? Because if you're a bad example, they're gonna want to go outside the chicken coop, right? They're gonna want to go outside the nest and go spread their wings with a damn eagle, right? They want to go, girl, just like you heard Paul Pierce say. They nicer, they apologize more, right? So you got a basketball player, championship basketball player up on a podcast telling the whole world that the white woman is better than our sisters. So our sisters got to have that example and understanding of how to be in the household. And the same with our brothers. You got to set that example for your young daughter so that when she goes out and she's looking for something, it don't got to be looks wise, right? She might like if you from Judah, she might like somebody from Ephraim. She might like a Puerto Rican brother. She might like a Venezuelan brother, right? She might like a Trinidadian brother. So again, it's not necessarily that it has to be from your same tribe, but set good examples within the household, set good examples within your family so that our young brothers and young sisters don't go outside the box and start looking for women that's not of they same tribe, heritage, and culture. Because it's our heritage that we was given the laws, statutes, and commandments. And when they go to a sister, a woman of another nation and not a sister, that's how they get led down that same path that even King Solomon got led down. We talking about one of the wisest men ever, the wisest after Yawasap, and even he was led down and led astray. Right? Go ahead and play this video. What is this one? I can't see. You could drop to Deuteronomy 7:3 and get Tobit 4:12, Baba Kashar. And you got rappers like Eve, right? The brother Ashiyar did a beautiful scribing job in our chat today when he showcased Serena Williams, right? Serena Williams and her dad set a very good example for her. Serena Williams' dad stuck up for her, stuck with her, went and took her to the next level by making sure she was practicing, making sure she was going out to the different tournaments, making sure none of these white agents and these people who would have taken advantage of her as she was a young girl, coming in the sports world, that they didn't get a chance to take advantage of her. And even she went over to now she did have relationships with a few brothers. The brothers did do her dirty, so I'm gonna give that to Serena. I'll give that to Keyshawn Johnson did her dirty. Common did her dirty. It was a few brothers who did Serena dirty before she went over to the other side. But her and her sister went over to these wicked white devils. Right? When we should have been, again, setting that example as brothers that we would have been similar to her dad. We would do things similar to what her dad did for her. Right? But no, again, our brothers, for whatever reason, they had to say about Serena, and they treated her wrong, and Serena went over to the other side, man. You got the girl that's in Spider-Man, Zendaya, I think her name is. She's one that's has went over to the other side, and she's with Spider-Man. I guess they met on set and fell in love from there. But that's another sister that went to the white man. We just read it in Deuteronomy 7. Don't give your daughters over to these people, man. Don't give your sons over to these people, because they're gonna lead them astray. They're gonna lead them down a path to worship other gods and to be doing all kind of and now she got a show. If anybody ever heard of a show called Euphoria, in TV show, she's in love with a transgender dude. It's wild. That show is wild. If you ever watch that show, Euphoria. But that's what's happening to the youth of today, right? Go ahead and bring that out real quick, King.
Come, the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Beware of all whoredom. Read on.
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
Take a wife of the seed of thy father, right? And that's going back to our father Israel, right? Tobit is directing his son to take a wife of their tribe, right? He wants him to keep in the tribe. But take a wife of our forefather, the same way that Abraham, right, told Isaac and to go to find Rebekah out of their tribe, right? The same way that Jacob went and found Leah and Rachel from his uncle, right? This is in the law. This is part of the law for us to do that same thing. Go to your forefather means go to your father's tribes. Go to the 12 tribes of Israel. Go to those daughters that come from Jacob. Don't go all outside the box like Shaq, like Tyrese Halliburton, that's his name, like Jalen Brunson, right? Go ahead and play the video, King. Find a wife chiefly of your tribe. Find a wife within the 12 tribes, and you can have more than
I got a serious question, yo. What is the obsession?
Play it.
With the black players, with the white girls, yo. What is it? Why don't we never really see no white football player or basketball player for that matter pulling up to his draft party with a black girl? Never. I've never seen it. Y'all tell me if y'all seen it. What is it? Is it because when you're in college, the white girls are more accessible? That can't be it. I guess depending on what school, like if you go to Duke or North Carolina, it's more white girls or something like that. I don't know what school this kid went to. Is the football colleges have more white? Like, what is the obsession? What is it, bro? Like, I want to say that it's because you think a white girl is better. That's just what I think. Like, why do we think that, though? I don't understand it. Not saying it's all the black players, because it's not. But I'm just literally asking, what is the obsession with black athletes with white girls? Like, I'm confused about the whole situation.
Would you ever date a white girl?
No. And my reason is, you know how you have the instinct on certain things that feel right and certain things that don't feel right?
Yeah.
That morally doesn't feel right to me.
You want to know why a lot of the athletes are marrying and dating white women? I'll let you know.
These white women, they saw the vision.
Yep.
They like, look, I see where this is going. I've studied this. Kevin Samuels already exposed how they have courses and shit.
Yeah.
They're reading books and shit on how to get these type of men. They actually work to get these men. They know this is a competition.
Yep.
I'm going to outcompete the competition and get chose. And this is why they're getting chose. When you talk to black women, they are repulsed at the word competition.
Yeah.
I tell black women all the fucking time, you got to compete for the man you want. Compete? He can have that bitch. Well, guess what? That draft day, he's having the bitch.
I don't know if y'all have seen this recent photo of these basketball players going viral with Ease the Pace. Somebody called Dr. Omar.
Man, so
first and foremost, the two of them girls are the same. And the one in the top left, she looked like her damn name, Molly. Fucking Molly.
For a while. You can drop this. Think of the other two. Go right after this. That's what's happening in our society, man. And it's slowly but surely going all the way back to Jack Johnson, the world famous boxer who used to be in the ring boxing, telling the white man in the crowd how he gonna go and have sex. And this is in like the 20s, how he gonna go and have sex with the white woman after the fight. White men hated Jack Johnson. because he used to steal all their white women. It's one of the reasons why the white man hates us.
I use the Patrick Mahomes theory. Patrick Mahomes' dad, dark-skinned man, get with a white.
Right. So this is now showing about Patrick Mahomes, but the white man hates us because his woman loves us. Right. The white woman don't want the white man. Sexually, she wants the black man. That goes all the way back to slavery. We did a video on that and a class on that, and watched a video of how the white woman was worse than the white man in slavery. She was on a whole different level. That white she-devil, she was on a whole different level than the slave master. And would take power over our men by going out and then getting pregnant by our men. Right? Going out and taking our men away from the women that were on the plantation with them. It's the same thing that's happening till this day. The Kardashians. Look at what they got. Ray J is nuts. Or anybody who dealt with a Kardashian, Ray J, Lamar Odom, they go nuts. The white woman is taking them and driving them damn crazy. And like I said, I can speak from experience. The white woman will make you go crazy. Right? What, the black man like Shannon Sharp think that the white woman won't take all his money? White woman sued him, took all his money. Made him lose his job on ESPN. Now this video is showing you the color contrast, because after 2 to 3 generations, and anywhere from 1 to 3 generations, the melanin is lost out of the skin. So if you look at Tiger Woods' children, right, that's another prominent black man. If you look at Tiger Woods' children, if you look at Patrick Mahomes' children, and there's countless others, you will see that after 1 or 2 generations, the kids, they're not going to be coming back to their heritage and their laws, statutes, and commandments. They're going to be drawn away. Right? Go ahead and play the video, King.
I use the Patrick Mahomes theory. Patrick Mahomes' dad, dark-skinned man, get with a white woman, then create athletic kids, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Very fair-skinned man gets with white woman. Boom. And then now look at his kids. His kids look completely white. And what are those kids more likely to align themselves with? Other white people. And so now we just took away our talent in millions of generational millions and gave it back to the white community.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Can you bring up, and we'll bring up the whole list? Bring up the whole playlist, so because it's getting a little late.
To what black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry.
You can play that one. Play this one real quick, because this is the one with the
outside of their race. They always
bring it back from the beginning. Baba Kashaw. Yeah, this is the football player, champion football player. You can play this video though. Ryan Clark, who came out and he stood up for black women, basically. Saying that brothers is going crazy, not getting with sisters. And Josh Hart off the New York Knicks does have a sister as his wife. I was looking up. I'm not gonna play that video, but Josh Hart off the New York Knicks does have a sister as his wife. He was hating on Jalen Brunson as they was playing. Go ahead and press play on that, Baba Kashaw.
What black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypes.
So that's a point. Now you can bring up the whole list. That's a point I disagree with him on, because the NBA was built on, or all the sports, right, is always built on that great white hype. Larry Bird at one point was the great white hype, and they pitted him against Magic Johnson, and Magic Johnson washed the floor with him. right? Although they'll talk good about each other from a competitive standpoint, but at that point they didn't like each other. Their rivalry went back to college, and the WNBA is trying to do the same thing with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. So you got Angel Reese. No, don't play this video. Press pause on that and just bring up the list. This is just gonna go through. We're gonna cut out a couple of the videos. There's a couple. You can go to HOI and you will be able to see the playlist. That's gonna list some of these videos. They list some of the black men who's gotten with white women and white women who's got.
In 2010, the couple separated in 2014 after living together for 21 years and divorced in 2000.
Yeah, press pause on that. Let me see something. Hold on. Scroll down on the list. Wait, scroll up a little bit. Yeah. Go to that one with the NYPD on it. And you could get Barbara Shaw, Psalms chapter 2. The one under if I'm looking at the screen, it's the Ryan Clark one, that next one. Then you got the other one. Those two videos there are just gonna show white women, black women with white men, because it's a duality there. It's not just, that's the video I want to play. It's not just black men, black women, like I said, Serena Williams, Eve, and there's a whole bunch of black sisters who have gotten with white men. So it's not just the brothers who are here to slap around and to get on the right path. It's also the sisters. Got to watch out for both brothers and sisters. And we read those scriptures just now, but we're not going to beat a dead horse. I think everybody understands. Stay away from them damn white women. They ain't nothing but trouble, and they abominations. Nothing but the unclean beast of the field. Stay away from Sheesor. Play this video when you got it. And of course, we this is fair. The Fair Use Act is in play. We're just playing these videos and going over them from an
all the people who died now. You're pigs, you're dogs, a dog, I tell you.
What's happening here? The people up, right? Yes, right. You got to be in a.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Or in a rock. Or your TikTok. Right?
Hey, Salakia, we could hear you.
Oh, Salakia, I was saying that you're not seeing these type of videos on your regular news feed. You got to dive into that rabbit hole, or you gotta be in the conspiracy theorists to see. This is within the last couple of weeks. right? There've been Palestinian protests. The New York City mayor was siding with the Palestinians. So all the synagogue of Satan, the imposters, the so-called Jewish man has been in an uproar. They was having fist fights out in front of these places, man. And they've been arresting the Palestinians. You got Zionist Jews protesting, Zionist Jewish synagogue of Satan imposters protesting against the what do they call them? The not organic, was Orthodox. Orthodox Jews versus the Zionist Jews versus the next set of Jewish people. They all fighting against each other, man. Right? Bring that out real quick, King. Psalm chapter 2. You can start at verse 1. We're gonna read to like verse 4 or 5. Right? They fighting against each other right now, man. Bring it out, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage?
Why do the heathen rage? That's what you're seeing happening right in front of your eyes. The heathen is raging up against each other. They're not stopping no war in Gaza and with Israel, with Hezbollah, Lebanon, and Israel, with the Houthi and Yemen and Israel, with Israel, America, and Iran, with Russia, and Russia just dropped some bombs from some drones on Ukraine, and Ukraine is all in an uproar. They're having a big meeting with all the prime ministers of Europe. These wars ain't stopping, man. They're getting worse and worse. It's going to wax worse and worse. The heart of many is going to wax cold. The Most High got the heart of the king in his hand, and he's staring it like a river. So the heathen is raging. The Jewish man is out there misbehaving. Don't think because you're not seeing it on your news feed that it's not happening. And again, in order to find out the truth, sometimes we got to jump into the rabbit hole just to see what's actually really going on. Or you could just come to camp or watch some videos. Right?
Yeah.
But why is the heathen raging? The heathen is raging because of why? Read on.
And the people imagine a vain thing.
The people are imagining a vain thing. What they're imagining is that they are going to take the land and keep the land, and that their houses would endure forever. What is that? Psalm 49 and 11? Bring that out real quick, King. This is what they're imagining. Right? The people are imagining a vain thing. The heathen are raging because they want their houses to continue forever. That's what Esau's imagination tells him, that his rule and his reign is never going to end. Bring it out, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
That's the vain thing. That's why the heathen is raging, because their inward thought, where do your imagination come from? Your thoughts. Their inward thoughts is that their house will remain forever. They never gonna cease rulership over us. All of their crafty counsel is gonna work over us, the Israelites. That's what they imagine. We're gonna take the Israelites' land. We're gonna take the land that the Most High promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're gonna take the people that the Most High loved and called his inheritance. We're going to take Yahawashai's brothers and his sisters, and we're going to keep them in captivity. We're going to keep them eating defiled bread. We're going to keep them coming to us in want of all things. We're going to keep them under the curses because we're going to set up this crafty counsel. We're going to set up these conspiracy theories. We're going to put these rabbit holes. We're going to put out false flag events. We're going to go into we're going to go capture presidents in Venezuela. We're going to go to Cuba and shut the lights off and take all the oil away from them. Why? Because they imagine a vain thing. Because their thoughts is that their house would continue forever. Drop this video and bring back up the list, King. Let me see what video is next. You could go back. You can finish reading that out and then go back to Psalms 2.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
And their dwelling places to all generations. Esau wants all of his generations to continue on rulership over, and they've been having rulership over us since the Greeks. So from the Greeks to the Romans, the Greco-Romans to the Europeans, they've been having rulership over us. And they want that to continue forever. Read on.
They called their lands after their own names.
and they call their lands after their own names. Go ahead and drop that and get back to Psalm chapter 2. That is the thing which they imagine. That's the vain thing that they imagine. And we'll Paul, bring back up the list again. Barbara, go ahead. You can read Psalm 2 while he bringing up the list. You there? And
the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord.
They take counsel together, the rulers of the earth. Donald Trump, right? You just seen him go meet with Xi Jinping, right? Then Xi Jinping a week later went and met with Vladimir Putin, right? They all conspiring on how that their houses can rule forever. Right? You see all these different nations that are leaving the American dollar and joining up with BRICS and starting to spend that BRIC dollar instead of the American dollar. We talked about that last time, how the petrodollar is falling. We're going to come to the time where we say Babylon the Great has fallen, is fallen. The Most High is doing this in a slow process. And along the way, he set up stumbling blocks for his own people that so they could show if whether they really love the Most High or whether they love the world, whether they love themselves. Remember, it said people will be lovers of their own selves. People love their own selves. They love the fact that they get boosted up. They love the fact that they get bigged up. They love themselves more than they love the Most High. Right? Read on.
Time. And against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Come.
Verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Right. The Most High is laughing at all these conspiracy theories, all these rabbit holes, all these false prophets. Most High is laughing at them. All this calamity that's come upon the 2/3. The Most High is laughing at them. Right? It's our job to go wake up the elect of Israel. It's our job to go out and plant out the seeds. But if that seed falls on different types of ground, that's not up to us. We don't know what type of ground you are when you're walking by camp. You could be thorny ground. You could be dry ground. The kids of this world could catch up with you and you forget about everything that you learned in class. You forget about all the first principles. You forget about the weightier matters of the law, because everything, the cares of this world done caught up to you. Now you done bugged out, burnt out, and you in a rabbit hole, and you can't get out. Right? Drop that and get Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25, Barbara Kashaw. And with Paul, you still there? I don't know if Anwar Paul is still there. He might have. Yeah, bring back up the list. You don't got to play this one. Bring back up the playlist.
Okay. So like you said, Daniel 7 and what?
25. Yeah, go back to that list if I can see which video we can play. Play a couple more. We're gonna probably play about 2 or 3 more videos. Might end up being a part 3 because I don't want to keep everybody late. Yeah, scroll down. Go ahead, scroll through the list. You can bring out that scripture while scrolling through the list.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change time and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and dividing of time.
Right. That's what they seek to change the laws. They change the times. They made all these different changes. That's part of the conspiracy theory. That's what gets us into those rabbit holes. Keep going. Keep scrolling. And then we're gonna scroll up, and it's like about, like I said, only maybe two more videos we're gonna play for a few minutes, or probably 4 videos. Let me see how much Time we got on the clock here, hour and a half. Keep scrolling, scroll. Right, so they sort of changed the laws. They changed that's why you get a Christian church say that the law is done away with. Right, play that video right there with the rats. Yep. This is just a quick video I wanted to show because this is why our people act like rats, man. Instead of our people coming to love each other, coming to help bear each other's burdens, instead of our people coming to help each other deal with issues and deal with problems, our people act more like rats than we act like brothers and sisters, man. Right? But the Most High is going to get those people that don't have no love for their brother. The Most High is going to get those people that don't have no love for their sisters. You don't got no love for your nation. You love the white woman more than you love your own woman. Right? This is how our people act, man. We sell each other out. Our people are sellouts. The 2/3 of our people, they sellouts. Them basketball players with all this big money, they sellouts. Look at what Kim Kardashian did to my man Kanye West. Right? And it's only the truth that's probably keeping Kanye West going right now. Look at what happened to Ray J. Ray J is out there wilding right now. He be saying some bugged out stuff. Ray J was talking about how the white man in Hollywood be having sex with dogs. He's blowing it up. So what's the other the light-skinned brother from Major Pains that be having all, you know, people were saying he's a conspiracy theorist. Forgot that brother's name. And then Jaguar Wright, people were saying she don't know what she talking about, but now all the conspiracies that they coming out with is falling into line. And the truth is coming out. Our people got to stop selling out and let the truth come out. Go ahead and play the video, man. It's only like a minute long. But this is what our people do to you. Let it play. Baba Kashaw.
You have no idea how nasty rats can get. This convenience store kept getting wrecked by rats, so the furious owner finally put down a glue trap, and what the security camera caught was unbelievable. The first rat got stuck and started thrashing like crazy, but the second another rat walked by, it suddenly froze and acted like everything was totally fine. Then, the moment the other rat stepped onto the trap, it started struggling again. And somehow, it gets worse. It was not just one rat doing it. Every single one of them did the same thing. As soon as another rat came near, they stopped fighting and played innocent, almost like they were luring the next one in. Male, female, young, old, it did not matter. One after another, they kept tricking their own kind until the whole glue board was packed. In that moment, there was no teamwork, no loyalty, no helping each other out. The second danger showed up. All they cared about was dragging someone else down with them. And honestly, that is what makes this so disturbing. Sometimes survival does not bring out loyalty. Sometimes it brings out pure selfishness.
Right? And that's what you see happening. Our people out here struggling to survive. We trying to survive. And what is it bringing out of our people? It's bringing out of some of our people's selfishness. It's bringing out of our people, you know, will to drag your brother or your sister down with you. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. Sounding like Nino Brown in damn New Jack City, trying to take down everybody. Right? And that's what a lot of our people suffer from. The rat trap syndrome. That's that snare that the Most High is setting up to see who of our people is actually loyal to his word. Who of our people are actually going to love their brother, or who's out here trying to just drag their brother down with them as soon as the sign of trouble comes. Right? You can bring back up the list. That Jaguar Wright one, we ain't gonna play. We don't got enough time for that. We get into that one next time. But Jaguar Wright was talking about the Kevin Hart roast and how they were doing we play the whole thing though. Play the roll up the list. So, get down 2050. Go all down. Yep. Right around there somewhere. Let me see what we got. Scroll, go down 24, 25. The videos is numbered. I don't know what video that is. You gotta go to like number 24, 25, brother, for sure. And brother, while we waiting for him to get the video, you can bring up
So polyamory is when it's oftentimes one man.
We already watched this one. You could bring up Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Keep going down on the videos to number like 25. Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8 when you got it.
And with several women.
Yeah, pause the Shaq video. Nah, you hitting play all. Yeah, scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Wait right there. You just no, go down. Scroll down a little more. Couple more videos. Scroll down. Go to like see what number 30. Go down to 30. Yeah, you could play that Chipotle brawl. Because this is what our people is doing out there. If anybody heard about that, this is what happened out in DC a couple days, probably late last week. They trying to set up a curfew to get the kids inside. You know, they already got the martial law set up happening right now with the guard walking around. So probably about 6 months ago, the kids out here in DC, they got into a fight with the National Guard. And then most recently, the other day, this is what they did in that same exact spot. It seems like they've been going down to that same exact spot and causing a lot of ruckus. And now the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, who Trump set up in place, she's trying to prosecute these children's parents because of what they've been going down there doing.
On camera inside of a restaurant in Navy Yard. The culprit suspected to be teens. Navy Yard, of course, has been dealing with violent teen takeovers in recent years.
Don't know if that would have had an impact, but there was no juvenile curfew zone in place over this past week.
Hey, good morning, guys. And I'll get into where the juvenile curfew zone law sits and the situation there just a moment. First, what I can tell you is when the curfew zone law as emergency was in place, it would kick in on the weekends out to the Chipotle behind me here. And I can tell you, unfortunately,
Video kind of paused.
neighbors tell us they are not surprised. Now get a look at this video that is at one another as screams are heard in the background. A DC police report says two groups got into an argument inside the restaurant, with one group seen on video hurling tables and chairs at the other. At one point, you see an adult man in a red shirt, possibly a dad, holding on to a young girl and a child as this melee plays out in front of them and other patrons. This Chipotle on First Street Southeast is right by the park, the area where a lot of problematic teen gatherings have been happening. Janine Pirro doubled down on vows to hold parents accountable if juveniles break curfew, as another federal surge begins ahead of the planned 250th celebrations. I spoke with Christina Knox, who lives in the area this morning.
You know, it's disappointing to see. It's not great for the neighborhood. I understand that they're kids and kids will be kids, so I get that part. But I just don't like violence of any kind, whether, you know, not depending on race or anything like that. But I just don't like to see those type of videos floating around, especially in the neighborhood that I live in.
Yeah, you can pause it and we'll pause.
Going back to the juvenile curfew zone laws, guys, the council was not able to pass an emergency bill that would have put one in effect.
Yeah, you can pause it and then bring up the list again. So that's what you see happening, you know, live time out here in DC. I had the other video lined up, which is I think right above that one, where they going out and, you know, kids is out there wilding, man. You know what I'm saying? And you see the heathen raging up in New York. You see our people raging down here in DC. and is starting to look crazy, man. You could bring back up the list, brother. You could bring out Jeremiah 10:2, right? So you see the heat. We gotta teach our youth and teach our children not to be like that. Not to go out and be wilding out on a Friday night. It's supposed to be our people supposed to be home and Sabbath or out at camp, and you got young brothers in there treating the Chipotle like it's WWE Survivor Series, man. And throwing chairs at each other, throwing tables. They having a tables, ladders, and chairs match inside dang on it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the National Guard couldn't handle it. Like the newscaster was saying, this is like the second or third time that the National Guard has had to deal with it. One time that one of the National Guardsmen got shot out there. You know what I'm saying? And so the National Guard is on edge. So they trying to set up a curfew for the children. This is just something, again, they put this in place. It's going to go, like people say, go viral. It's going to go viral across the country where they're going to start putting curfews in place and sending people home. They need to send these damn kids home. Damn kids is like monsters, like the scripture says. So, and we got to be better examples and train up our children in the way that they should go. But again, these are the different type of things that they do, setting up a curfew, bringing out the National Guard, set up a curfew. All of these things are different conspiracies that they have against our people and against our children. Because trust me, the white man is out there and his kids is out there doing drugs. His kids is out there causing trouble. They just ain't putting it on the national news. They're not putting it on your local news. They want to show our kids out there in poo shiesty masks, and it was damn hot as hell the other night. And these kids is out there in poo shiesty masks and damn hoodies, like 85, 90 degrees outside. Like, yo, at least put on a t-shirt. Huh? You got on damn all black hoodies, black, all black everything, and that goes back to again during the pandemic, where you saw a lot of white kids out there breaking in the stores with the black hoodies and the black masks on. So now they're trying to show our kids out there doing it, right? And they also setting up for another pandemic, whether it's the Ebola pandemic or whether it's the hantavirus pandemic. They setting up for these things. They put in the ICE agents. They put in the National Guard out there because they try to set us up again. Which is why it's so important to teach our children, teach the youth the truth. Teach them who they are. Don't let your kids be going out, hanging out, and doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Because it's going to catch up with them. Which video you at? Scroll, go down a little bit more. Yep. Go down. Those are the two I want right there. The three I want right there. That one right there. Play that one, but we only gonna play it for like probably 2.5 minutes. Then go to the one above it, and then go to the one above it. Give each of them about 2.5 minutes, and you could get Lamentations chapter 4 verse 17, the classic. You can play it.
States of America is rotten to the core. I don't hate black people, but I hate what the black community's become. This entitled, arrogant victimhood, emotional, irrational, violent, just complaining about how they're victimized, yet they're wearing Jordans, driving Cadillacs, and literally living rent-free. And I grew up poor as hell without government assistance. There were times we didn't eat. All the while, I'm almost 40 years old, and I've lost out on so many opportunities because of DEI and affirmative action. I've had the shit kicked out of me twice. Once put me in the hospital. Both times were just because of the color of my skin.
All right, we're gonna go to the next video in a second, but yeah, got this the white man, so-called white man, Esau is crashing out. He's bugging out, and I got this from another Israelite who had posted this video. The GMS brother Elder Manatazaki had posted. I was watching this video. I was like, I gotta play this because this dude is crashing out. He's just mad because he got his ass whooped by Jake. Jake must have whooped his ass at some point in time in his life, and he's like, yeah, I got my ass whooped. The whole thing he just ran on. We driving Cadillacs, we got Jordans, we living outside our means. He went on a whole rant and rave just because he got his ass whooped by Jake. And he wanted to let everybody know Jake whooped his ass. Jake is doing better than him. We got the DEI, we got the affirmative act. all of this different type of stuff. And what is that doing for our people as a nation? You know what I'm saying? We are messed up. We are down and out. We do need help. And the only help that we get, our help coming from the Lord. So as the Most High is waking us up, you see this
plea
dude
for help.
God, you can play this video because this is more white people crashing out. I don't know where the brother found these videos.
I'm coming back from the Dollar Tree after buying some cat food for my ferrets and some pee pads so I can clean their cage. And I officially have zero money to my name. My bank account is negative $146.99. I have been Grubhubbing and Amazon flexing for the last 2 weeks. And that's barely going to get me like right it in my account and ready for my next bill to come out.
Wait a minute, what's going on the other side of the train tracks? Are all of y'all husbands just choosing to up and leave y'all? What is going on?
Pregnant, hungry, and no way to get any food. My gas hand is on E, and I'm trying to DoorDash, and I don't have the gas to make at least $100 for the payout tomorrow.
Please don't tell me y'all are out here just getting pregnant by random broke men. Please don't tell me y'all are doing it too.
3 weeks. 3 weeks is all I have until me and my 5-month-old are homeless. I'm praying. I've been asking. I've been doing everything. My mental health is so bad, and I can't do this anymore.
Esau is crashing out, man.
My God.
And the homeless shelters near me, the women's shelters won't accept infants. My child's 5 months old. She's an infant, so they won't accept her.
No. Y'all are doing the same thing the other women are doing.
All I have is my car and my baby.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate.
$1,500, 17%? What?
So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool time to Venmo me, bro.
Pause
I owe
right.
$90,000.
You can pause. We're going to go to the next video, right? We ain't going to play the whole thing. You got white women asking for Jeff Bezos to Venmo them money.
What the fuck are we supposed to do?
The white woman getting kicked out the shelter, can't stay in the shelter. The white man mad that Jake beat him up at one point in time in his life. The curses is coming upon Esau, man. You literally seeing Esau bugging out. You seeing Esau crashing out. This is not we've been saying this for years. It's not a conspiracy theorist. It's not a rabbit hole anymore. It's happening right there, right in front of your eyes. Go ahead, play the video, King.
Do? Okay, what the fuck are we supposed to do? What the fuck are we supposed to do? Okay, I got 3 vehicles, all 3 of which got a V8 in them. Okay, and look, I ain't never worried about fuel mileage necessarily. I'll make it work. That's the price you pay to drive a V8. But gas is $4.30 a gallon in my neck of the woods. Okay, and that's just for regular gas. Okay, that ain't even premium. That's just regular. And now they're putting this E10 and E15 in it that is like literal cancer for old vehicles. It's like running paint stripper through your fuel system. Okay, this shit's not good for it. Okay. Well, what the fuck are y'all trying to do? You got flock cameras going up. You're making a mandate that all new vehicles made after 2026 have got to have cameras and kill switches and AI technology in them. Man, this is just not a fucking world I want to be a part of anymore. It's just the more I think, the more shit that happens, the more shit you see on the news. Every time you get on social media, it's just more and more and more and more and more bullshit that they just keep on piling and piling and piling and piling and piling. It's like, God damn it, I'm about to fucking explode, man. Fuck, I don't want to do this shit no fucking more. I can't wait for the fucking end. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to die, but I'm so sick of this and I see what the future holds. I don't want to do that either. So fucking take me out now. Kill me in my sleep. Fuck this shit. I don't want to keep doing this. And the sad thing is the next generation and the generation after that are being programmed now to not think about it, to just accept it, to just go with it. That's what they want. They want to train the kids to not think about the fact that the government's going to have complete and total control of all of your fucking movements, Jack. They're not just going to know where you're at. They're going to be able to control where you're at. You know, and it's like, this is not the America that I was promised. It's not the America that our forefathers promised. It's not the America that we fought for. What the fuck are we doing?
Let me get this straight. work, $80 in gas, work, groceries, keep myself alive, bounce house, $250, work, unexpected bill, debt, work, pay off debt, work, pay off mistake from 5 years ago, pay off more debt, work, be tired, work some more, I'm tired of donating my life.
Pause it, King. Pause it. We're gonna go to not the one that says update, the one that says MAGA. And then that one right there. But pause
I
it.
think there's a direct effect from slavery to how Black Americans are able to live today.
No, I don't. They have a chance to learn. They live in the best country in the world. If they open their eyes and listen, instead of just focusing on their little area and people that they hang out with, they would learn a lot.
But from what you said, it sounds like you were born before the Civil Rights Movement.
Oh, yeah.
So Black people couldn't buy houses in your lifetime when you were maybe a
I'm
baby.
well aware of that.
You were 5. So you don't think there's any downstream effect?
I felt oppressed at that time,
Yeah.
but that's what Martin was trying to correct. Right now, I see so many people living off the government handout.
I'm pretty sure welfare use per capita is higher in red states than blue states.
Yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts, and that is not that much farther away from slavery. They were a slave. They were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic.
You see,
You're one sentence away from launching.
You can pause it. We're gonna keep going up. We're going up. Not that way, that way. Keep going up. But before we get that, get Lamentations chapter 4 and 4 and 17, Barbara Shaw, right? Because that's what's happening in this society, right? You got on one spectrum, you got Esau crashing out because of the DEIs and the what's it called? The affirmative action. You got the old white woman who was born prior to civil rights and still don't give our people no love, so to say, right? They don't got no love for us. Just straight hatred for our people. And then you got Esau on the other end crashing out. You got the women crashing out. You got the men crashing out. My man started beating up his dang on car. The woman is sitting there crying her eyes out because they starting to experience some of the things that our people have experienced for over a century, over 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, and keep counting. Our people have been experiencing these type of this type of oppression in society, right? And our people still look toward this nation to save us in certain ways. Bring that out when you got it, King. Lamentations 4 and 17.
God, the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail, for our vain help. In watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
We watch for a nation that cannot save us. And now the white man is starting to experience that this nation is not going to save him either. That man wished for death. He said, just kill me in my sleep. Right? Because the so-called white man is starting to see and starting to understand. Their eyes is failing for the help, for vain help. Their eyes is failing because it's nothing but lies that this government has sent out. It's nothing but lies that this government puts out to try and protect their image and protect their reputation. But their reputation is falling on all fronts. And so now the people, the so-called white man, Esau, he's starting to crash out because this nation ain't able to save them either. Their destruction and their judgment is coming. And still our people, you got so many people of our nation, so many people across the world that look for these government subsidies and look for these government programs to try and save them. Right? Drop that and get Isaiah 30 and 12, Baba Kashaw. Right? So we seeing in all these videos, these different conspiracy theories, they crashing down on Esau's own head. Go ahead, read that. Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 30 and 12, you say?
Khan,
the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Right, our people despise the word. Read on.
God. And trust in oppression and persuasion. What is that?
Perverseness.
Perverseness, like it.
Mm-hmm.
And stay thereon.
Right. Our people despise the word of the Most High and they trust in their oppressor. They trust in the oppression. Our people would rather trust in the oppression than trust in the truth. Read on.
Verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
So your sin is going to be as a breach. You're going to be, the Most High is going to set you up where you're ready to fall in your own iniquity. You fall in your own sin. Read on.
Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Instantly, all of a sudden, you're not worrying. You caught up deep in your sin. You caught up deep in your iniquity. And boom, everything falls out. The fall falls out from beneath you. Same thing is happening to the white man right now. The white man thought everything was set up. He thought his kingdom was going to reign forever. He thought his house was going to continue forever. Went out and still conquering lands. Go to Venezuela, capture Maduro. Go to Cuba, try to capture all of Cuba. Said, look, I'm done with Iran. Now it's time for me to go to Cuba. And watch, everything is falling out from under President Trump and his administration. Everything is falling out from these Edomites across the world. Their power structure is falling. It's falling from underneath them. Suddenly, the Most High is breaking it to pieces. Read on.
Verse 14. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel, that is broken in pieces, he shall not spare. So that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a shard to take fire from the earth, or take water with all out of the pit.
Right. This whole structure is being broken like a potter's vessel. Is being broken into pieces. Right? And that's what the Most High is doing right before your very eyes, breaking this whole system into pieces. Right? You could drop that and get me 2 Peter chapter 3. We're going to start at verse 2. We're going to get a couple more scriptures. I think it's, we're going to get about this will actually be our last scripture. Then we could go into, we can go ahead and shut the class down because we're coming up on that 2-hour mark. Bring it out when you got it, King.
The book of 2 Peter, verse 3, chapter 3, verse 2. That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before the holy prophets, and of the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior.
Read on.
Verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Right. So you're gonna be one or the other. You're gonna be walking after your own lust. You're gonna be scoffing. You're gonna be going after, you know, the sin that will trap you and snare you up, or you're gonna go after the words of the holy prophets and go after the word that we know that Yahawashai has taught us. So with that, Kwame Asharala, all praise to the Most High. I hope you was edified during the class. We got some more scriptures and some videos, so in the future we probably could get into it for part 3. I hope you were edified, and I hope you were able to build yourself up with some of these scriptures, and you don't fall into the conspiracy theorists, the rabbit hole. We pray that our brothers don't go out and bug out, and we also pray that you don't get burned out, that you keep the zeal and the passion and the fire burning. All praise to the Most High. Shalom. Kwame Asharala.
Kwame Asharala.
Peace, blessing, and love to the house of Israel, all 12 tribes, and all the brothers out there doing the work. All praises to the Most High. Shalom.
All praise Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim HaKadash, Shemai Yasharallah, Yahweh Allah Hainawa, Yahweh Ahad, Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash Hayasham Ke Yahweh, Malakovka Taba'a Ratzaka, Haya Isha Ba'ratza, Kawa Haya Bashemayim Natananawa Laham Hayuam, Wasalach Nawa, Habuaf Nawa, Kasalach Nawa, Habuafi Nawa, Wala'at Tabiai Nawa, Banasaywan Bal Hawashai Nawa, Mayan Rai Kaya Laka Hamalakwaf wa Allah wa Tabaraf, Lai Walamyam, Amen. Come to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to please watch over the nation of Israel, to guide and protect us, to direct our steps, give us the spirit to overcome all trials and tribulations, and be worthy for the kingdom of heaven and for the return of the Messiah. We also come to you as well, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, to help us and bless us for this upcoming feast of Pentecost that's coming up for the rest of the people throughout the nation of Israel, so you could be successful in your feast as well and to be worthy to partake in it. Amen. Come.
My brothers, I'm representing. You touch one of them, that has to be missing. No pot to piss in. Stop, drop, and listen. 2/3 of Jacob's about to be missing. Laws of the Hawa, that's what we teaching. Brotherly love, override oppression. Depression, that's our lesson. All for your Hawa, Almighty Hayanawa. I will protect your sons and daughters. Isaiah 14 and 21, prepare slaughter. Yes, I will stand up straight for your order. I love all these brothers. I laugh with my brothers, I cry with my brothers, I die with my brothers. Any given day, I will fly with my brothers. Man, I share with my brothers, I confess with my brothers. On any given day, I will die with my brothers. Listen, no disrespect, let's get real. Buckshot still hit drill and make will. Body parts scattered all across fields. Finger parts left inside the steak meals. The devil using gas me up like Vin Diesel. The how I shot my CDL, I drink diesel. Wicked as hell, these straight weasels. Just like the ancestors who brought measles. Yahweh shot the good vaccine for my peoples. My brothers, I'm representing. You touch one of them, that has to be missing. No pot to piss in. Stop, drop, and listen. 2/3 of Jacob's about to be missing. Laws of the Hawa, that's what we teaching. Brotherly love, override oppression. Depression.